So this is my pack. I've already tightened all the straps. So this is what I would put on and I would take with me. So on the front here is my sleep mat, and I've double proofed it in a garbage bag already. Then open up my pack. Here we've got a zipper here and a compartment here. And you can also access it through the zipper on the back. Inside this is generally lighter items. You want your lighter items at the top here and down this middle. So in this I have put I've got my Strogan, because it's easy access, so if you stop for a break and you're hungry, you can snack on your food. I've also put my torch, because it's easy to access, and if I need it, it's right here. Got my first aid kit, so it's only little, but it's got my essentials for it. And I've just got my sunscreen and my toothpaste and my mum repellent. So if you're walking through the day, these are easy to access things. And my pocket knife. So again, these aren't totally heavy and they're light, but they're easy to access. So if I just take my pack up, I just have to unzip this. I don't have to dig through the bottom of my bag. So in this one, you've got a compartment where you can tighten it. And I've just laid the bag with a garbage bag, which I'll show you after. But also, so on the top is my food, which is in its own garbage bag as well. And inside my food, I've got day 2, day 1, and day 3. So I know what food I'm going to have for what day. So then you can maybe, if you're having day 1, you can put your day 1 food at the top so you can access it easily, even though this is already at the top. So it depends what you're doing. I then have along the bottom, along this here, along where my spine and my back would be, is my tent. So that is heavier items that you can have there and it's straight. That will hold your body, but also so for your body weight. Next thing I have is 2 litres of water. So I've only filled it with 2 litres. It does hold 10, but that adds another 8 kilos on to that. So by having these in the middle and at the back, you can distribute your weight. Next thing I have is my transit, my sleeping bag, which is only small. I have my extra garbage bags and my clip-lock bags. And finally, the bottom of my bag, I have my clothes, which again I put in its own garbage bag. And just in that is just, I've got a hat, broad brim hat, a beanie, a pair of track pants, a t-shirt and 2 socks, and a jumper. So it's only small, but remember you already be wearing clothes. And this garbage bag is the one that I use to line my bag. So I've lined my bag and I've also lined my other essentials to keep them dry in case it does rain. Now so I've unpacked my pack. I've also got my water bottle in one side, so that's my easy to access water. And my fuel bottle. So your fuel bottle will be an extra ½ kilo. I sleep that. And that there is about 15 kilos. Like we're talking about our body weight, that's to my body weight, that's 25%. So when you're packing, you need to consider how you can downsize that if you are less. So your 3-man tents you can pull apart, so you can distribute it between your groups, and things like your transient and fuel bottle you will share. But you really need to, so you don't want excess clothes, and you don't want too much other things that aren't useful. That's why if you use your checklist and bring all that, you should be alright. So now with our pack, when I'm going to pack it, I want to loosen all my straps. So I'll loosen everything. So on this patch you also have this here, will get you into your bag. This comes down. This can either be great or annoying if you're walking. And this here. So when I try to do this one up, this Velcro comes off. So it can be annoying. But it can be easy to access stuff in the middle. As well as these zippers here, if your pack is packed and you want to grab something at the bottom. But then you need to consider if you've got a garbage bag there, you have to go through the top. Or if you pull something out, everything else is going to fall to the bottom. So all your straps on the side, you want to loosen as well. Loosening these will allow you to be able to put everything in and see what you're doing. And create more space to be able to put everything back inside. So while you're away, you probably won't be unpacking and repacking, but for the first day, like I said, if you lie out your iron and see what you got, pack. If it's not working, you unpack and repack. So I'll just demonstrate how I will repack. So I'll get my garbage bag again, and I'm aligning my bag. Waterproof it. With these garbage bags, you want a large garbage bag that will fit and something strong so it doesn't rip. I'm then going to put my clothes back in to the bottom. Get my sleeping bag, and as you can see, the difference between these sleeping bags back is that this one will stretch down. So if I was to put in this sleeping bag, this will take up majority of my room. So this will take up probably about here, and maybe leave a little bit down the side. And although it's light and it won't add more weight, it takes up your room. And if you don't have as much room inside, you have to start putting things outside where they will get wet. So another option for sleeping bags is getting compression straps or some sort of strap and strengthening yourself. So, like these have straps on their own. These won't go, they'll go down a little bit more. But if you have a smaller sleeping bag, you can use different types of straps to compress it. So I'm going to put my trangia back. My trangias I've put to the front, and my tent I'll put, like I said, down the back here, along my spine. So I'll just put my food back in this bag. So your food should be alright in a Ziploc bag, but if you're double waterproof, then you know you're going to be safe and the food's not going to get wet. Another thing with your garbage bags, when you pack everything, try and get as much air out as possible. It will make more room. So with this food here, I put it along the front here. Like I said, that will come off. So I've got my heavier item, which is my tent, along the back, and my lighter stuff along the front. I'm just going to put my water along the top. And you go strapped so you can put it up. So I'm just clipping this up just so I can try and get it to hold in position so I can put everything else away. So my mat, your mats you can choose where to put them. You can put them on the side, you try and find room on the inside, or on the bottom. So I personally like to put it on the bottom. But by doing that on the bottom, you do add that little bit extra to the side. So if you're walking past a narrow spot, you might flick it on the branches. And then that will unsteady you a little bit. But then, it's a personal decision. So if you, when you get your pack, try them on. So my fuel bottle and water bottle I carry on the sides. And there is also a strap to tighten that up as well. And then my last items I'll put back in the top. And then these kind of things, it was in the thing, but these can go into different positions. So that can go in front there. And then with my backpack, now that you've packed it, tighten everything. So I've loosened it to get everything in. Now I'm going to tighten all the straps. And just tightening that like that, it has already moved and confined itself. If you find a different way or you want to select that on the side. That's generally how I pack a pack, and that's how I use the straps to make it smaller. Now the other thing to consider when going, these straps. Just like a backpack, except for most backpacks don't clip up here. So, when I go away, one thing to consider is when you put your pack on, you want all these straps to be tight. I've done is especially tighten up this hip one. So this hip one, you don't want to carry as much weight in your shoulders. You want to carry it in your hips. So if not, your shoulders will start to ache.